have to ask, do you take your steak sloppy?
Every time.
Logan Gilbert might very well be the face of the Seattle Mariners pitching staff. He's a workhorse, he's one of the best strikeout pitchers in baseball. You can find his name on every rankings list of the best pitchers in baseball, and he even breaks through just the pitchers list. He's one of the best players in Major League Baseball. But we don't care about that right now. Introducing the No Sports Zone, presented by Raving Sports. We want to talk to sports people about anything other than sports. Get to know the humans that comprise the sports industry. And we're thrilled and honored to make Logan our first guest, but we did lose the back half of the recording. It got corrupted. Words cannot describe how upset and disappointed we were at first, but we do have a really good show for you here. Please enjoy a wonderful conversation with Mr. Logan Gilbert, and plenty more like this coming up. Welcome, everybody, to the No Sports Zone, presented by Raving Sports. My name is Mike.
And I'm Dylan.
And welcome to a show where we are going to talk to sports people about basically everything other than sports, except we do have one teeny tiny exception at the start because Dylan found something in research he would love to ask Mr. Logan Gilbert about.
Yeah, so Logan, I'm going to have to apologize off the bat here, but I found a video on YouTube in my research this week that I'm going to ask if you'd like to just give your reaction to, make sure I have the right window pulled up here. If we can read this out loud just for the listeners.
Connor's Bunt versus Logan Gilbert Wakaiba.
Okay. So this is 10 years ago, posted February 5th, 2015. I'm assuming, can we get confirmation, Logan, that this is the same Logan Gilbert that we're talking to on the call right now?
I want to see what happens first, and then I'll confirm that was me.
Okay, fair enough. So I guess let's pull up the video. We'll definitely have to play some of our own music over this, but we'll get into it.
Work that count, 12.
I got a bad feeling about this. I don't remember. I remember this game. I remember playing here, but I don't remember what happened here.
Well, it's big enough that it made it onto a YouTube video by itself.
It's got to be a big deal. You don't usually see bunts on YouTube, so.
No, rarely, if ever.
Man, you were digging deep in the archives for this one, huh?
Oh yeah, this was the results of. I don't even want to tell you how long I had to look to find this one.
Pace of play is off the charts bad here right now.
Yeah, they needed a pitch clock in Florida ball.
Oh no! Oh no!
Safe.
Oh boy! And that was the winning run too. No way! All right, I can confirm that was not me for sure.
On the record, that is a different Logan Gilbert who just happens.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll submit that to the official record to make sure to clear up any confusion, because I do think there's some articles that seem to have that confused with you. But I'll make sure.
Weird.
I'll call the newspapers, let them know.
It's weird how that happens. I think I was just getting out of the way right there, or whoever the guy was, letting the first baseman take that one. So, real selfless play right there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would have drafted you on the spot if I was a scout in the stands.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that the PFP, just the baseball IQ you were showing there,
Right,
I think,
off the charts. Just
Exactly.
Freak athlete.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah, do you have anything, I guess, you'd like to say to Connor, wherever he is today?
Oh boy. I mean, he's probably showing everybody that video just all the time, embarrassing me. I'm pretty sure I played with him at some point, actually. I remember playing travel ball with him. Thought we were friends, and then goes and posts this on YouTube, just embarrassing me. So,
just the betrayal.
Credit to him. He knew where to put the bunt. He challenged me.
Right, perfectly placed, a nice little kind of pop fly / bunt. You don't see those often, but
the one you think you have, but you don't. Yeah.
Right, and the other way too. You know, bold move, worked out for Connor.
Yeah.
I think in this case he probably comes out on top. But
yeah.
Thank you for reacting to that, Logan. I will say that's probably the last actual sports topic we'll hit on this whole conversation. So I'm going to throw it over to Mike, let him ask his first question, and we'll have a little more fun with the rest of this.
Sure. So, Logan, to those who know you exclusively through your job as a Major League Baseball pitcher, what would you say to them are your main off-the-field interests and passions?
Good question. So, off the field, let's see. Well, I just had a baby, first of all, so that's kind of the big thing right now and taking up most of the time. It's just been incredible. It's everything people say it is, but when you experience it firsthand, it's your child. It's like the most life-giving thing that changes everything around you. So that's been amazing. Let's see. I like playing golf. I'm trying to get into fishing more a little bit. I'm terrible. With that said, I'm also kind of trying to pick up guitar too, and I'm terrible at that too, but lots of room for growth there. I'm a big into my faith as a Christian. That's very important to me off the field as well. So those are kind of, I would say, the main things. Pretty boring, pretty simple stuff.
I mean, I want to hit on the guitar because that's not boring to me. I did get word, I don't want to name my source, they requested to remain anonymous. I heard you tried to learn ukulele at one point in the minor leagues. Does the guitar kind of stem from that? Did that spark an interest, or was that always kind of present in you?
Yeah, I'm terrible at ukulele too, but I tried it out for a little bit. I think it was given to me as a gift maybe, and it seemed more practical at the time than a guitar, just smaller, traveling around all the time, this kind of stuff. So didn't go very well, but it was fun. I like to mess around with that stuff because our life is always, it's sports all the time, kind of high stress, high stakes, all that kind of stuff. So I think for athletic people, it's good to try to tap into like a little artistic side almost, or musical side or whatever. I like to try to be well-rounded. I obviously need to work on it, but I think it's fun just to do something completely different.
Yeah. Do you have any, that kind of makes me wonder, do you have any teammates, anyone you know in the game who has maybe an unusual interest like that, like plays an instrument or just does something that you wouldn't really expect based on maybe what we think of them?
Yeah, a lot of people actually, more than you would think, and I don't know what it is. It might be a type among baseball players, or maybe just like, I guess you could say, some high achieving athletes that I've been around, but they're so like locked in and passionate towards baseball, it kind of stems off into other things. So I've ran into a few teammates that are really good at different instruments. One of our trainers is a drummer. Another pitcher is a really good guitarist. Catcher that's in our organization was really good at saxophone. So all kinds of instruments. You run into, I don't know what it is now, but a lot of people are getting into chess. So
Really?
I've run into a couple other teammates that are really good chess players. And that's another thing you could add to my list of things with a lot of room for growth, but I think it's really fun, and I try to play a lot in season.
Yeah, getting into chess. Are there any teammates you play against?
Yeah, so usually the locker rooms will have a board, so we'll get a couple games in here and there. You see a lot more on the flights and the bus rides. There's so many of them that guys play on their phones a lot, so we'll play against each other. Most people are around the same level, I guess you could say, kind of beginner level, so we have a good time with it.
No masters yet?
Yeah, not many.
A little birdie told me that a big interest of yours is you know a lot about I Think You Should Leave. So I have to ask, do you take your steak sloppy?
Every time.
There you go.
Slop them up.
Pretty sure I know who your source is too, so I have to start being careful what I say to this guy. That is good though. It's a good show. They have some good bits on there. It's pretty funny.
Do you have a favorite?
What he said is pretty good. The drive-through one's pretty good if you've seen that.
Yep. 55 burgers, 55 fries, 55. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. He's a good actor.
Oh yeah, Tim Robinson, my hero, near and dear to my heart. If I could have any guest on this podcast, honestly, Tim Robinson, he would be the one. So if that ever happens, we need to get you, Logan, also, because the intersection between I Think You Should Leave in baseball, there's got to be a lot more people who fall into there than we know. Right. We need to get the word out.
Yeah, well, we're working in that direction. He's
more
probably going to be watching this, so he'll come on it. Maybe a couple weeks, you never know.
Big Stark Raving sports fan, Tim Robinson, all that free time he has between filming, he's sitting down watching videos about baseball players.
Exactly.
I could probably waste the rest of our time with I Think You Should Leave, so I'm going to have to move off of that. Keeping on the topic of TV and movies, I learned that, now this information might be a few years out of date, so let me know if you've had any updates.
Oh, boy.
As of a few years ago, you said your favorite movie was The Dark Knight. Is that still true? Still true?
That's true, yeah.
That's the
Okay.
point right there.
Yeah. And then have you gotten the chance to see The Batman starring Robert Pattinson? And
I saw that in theaters too. Good movie. The Dark Knight's always the one for me. Christian Bale. The whole series is really good, but yeah, it's it was a good movie, good twist and all that kind of stuff, but when you're growing up, like that's the OG for you. It was like 2008 or something. So I was 9 years old, 10 years old. So it's like, that's always going to be what I think of for Batman, The Dark Knight.
I was 8 years old when it came out. Seeing the Joker as an 8-year-old for the first time, that is a life-changing experience. So
it is.
Was it just me? Like, I'm also a huge Dark Knight guy. I could. That's similar to what Dylan said. If I really wanted to, we would be here for like 7 straight days talking about Batman and all and the movies and all that. But in the interest of just keeping it to one memory, do you guys remember like how much like the Heath Ledger Joker costumes like took over everything for like a year or so? Like every Halloween costume that year someone was doing that.
Oh yeah.
And that's such a nostalgia but like you put it in perfectly. Like when you're a kid, you're growing up, that's the version that sticks with you. And we drew a very good card this generation
that's a good way to put it. Yeah, that's an all-time performance, and you can always go back and watch it, and it's like never gets old. But like you said, at the time it just took over. Like everybody was freaking out about it.
Everybody saw it. Everybody was talking about it. It was perfect. But growing up, you are a Florida guy through and through. Born here, went to school here. Do you think Florida catches a bad rap at all with the Florida man nonsense, or do you think we've caught up and Florida gets enough love now?
Yeah, I think it does a little bit. And most of my life, I would say no. But I think when you're in Florida, nobody cares. Nobody says a thing. And the weird things that happen, like, they do happen, but we're all just kind of immune to it at this point, or a little bit normalized. Once I got drafted and went to Arizona, went minor league ball and all this stuff, most people you meet are not from Florida. So they do have this impression about people from Florida. Not that they probably don't think I'm actually, the people that wrestle gators in the newspaper or whatever it is, but I definitely hear the Florida man jokes more than I ever have growing up in Florida.
Now, my favorite Florida exclusive thing is Pollo Tropical. Do you share the same love for Pollo Tropical?
Here and there, honestly, not enough to say I'm a huge fan. It just depends, I guess, like where it's at, if it's near you or whatever. And I've never really grew up next to one or been around it that much. So no hate, but just not a huge fan.
Your loss, personally.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say so myself. But
can I ask, as a non-Florida native, what is Pollo Tropical?
It's like take Chipotle and drench it with citrus, basically.
That seems to be like most of Florida, is you take a little meat and like put a whole bunch of citrus on it, like just every meal. I mean, I guess if you have that many oranges around, you gotta use them.
Gotta use them, right? Exactly.
So as a non-Florida resident, but someone who visited the Orlando area specifically as a child, I have a what was it, Mike?
Start, bench, cut.
Start, bench, cut. Okay. Start, bench, cut. Universal City Walk. Downtown Disney. ESPN's Wide World of Sports.
Oh, man, that's a tough one. Downtown Disney. You don't mean the parks. You mean like
just the shopping centers. Like the parks don't include the parks. Disney World doesn't count. Universal doesn't count. Just if you are a 14-year-old with no money and your friends are like, what do we want to do today? Hey guys, it's Dylan jumping in here to say, my bad. I somehow messed up the screen recording of this episode, so the last 20 or 30 minutes or so of this Logan Gilbert conversation were lost. So hopefully, if enough of you guys like this, we can have Logan back and we can actually, record it this time. The good news is that we have a lot more coming your way. We've got 4 episodes in the tank. The next one is coming out next week. We've got Brett Coleman on the pod.
Which is interesting because you have a big NFL fan base, obviously, from your non-biased hat you're wearing.
Thank you to Logan for just humoring us as we talk nonsense with him. So, subscribe, follow us on all of the different platforms, Instagram, TikTok, MySpace, Google+. Yeah, but bye.